Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the February 17, 2015 Chino City Council meeting. Please rise for the flag salute. We're honored this evening to have Scout Troop 201 to lead us in the pledge.
Color Guard, attention. Color Guard, advance. Color Guard, prepare to post colors. Post colors, salute. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Color Guard, regroup. Color Guard, dismissed.
Have a round of applause. All have a seat. Here, take this thing. Under ceremonials, this is really cool. This is really very cool. The introduction of the 2015 National Silver Gloves Champion. That's boxing. And his name would be Daniel Cruz. You want to come on up, Daniel? Let's come up here, Daniel. Ray, the coaches, you want to come up? Is your mom here? Yeah, she's my coach. Miss Cruz, you want to come up? And your dad? Come on up. Hey, Ray, how you doing, buddy? Hi, welcome. Hi. Welcome. Now, he didn't look like he could hurt anybody, huh? I wouldn't get in a ring with him. I want to read a little bio. On behalf of the City of Chino, I'd like to recognize Daniel, Chino Boxing Club member, and the 2015 National Silver Gloves Champion in the 15-year-old 132-pound class at the national tournament held February 4th through the 7th in Independence, Missouri. In order to qualify for the Nationals, Daniel had to win a series of district, regional, and state tournaments. According to Coach Ray Morales, the National Silver Gloves title was one of Daniel's goals that he wanted to achieve. He put all the hard work to achieve it. He hopes to represent the City of Chino in an international competition one day. Coach Abraham Ortega added, Daniel is one of 4 Chino boxers to win a title at the national level in the last 6 years. Daniel has been dedicated to the Chino Boxing Club since the age of 8. He is known for being polite, respectful, and humble. Thank goodness. He has constantly been a role model to the younger boxers, and he is one of the 4 Chino boxers to win a title at the national level in the last 6 years. To date, Daniel's tournament allocates include first place, Desert Showdown 2010 and 2014. First place, Menifee State Championship 2014. First place, Diamond Belt Tournament 2014. Second place, National Silver Gloves in 2014. And first place, National Silver Gloves in 2015. Next up or down is the qualifying district tournament in Ontario, California, April 2015 for the Junior Olympics. Ooh, let's give him a round of applause. We have a certificate, Daniel. Congratulations on your recent victory, earning the 2015 National Silver Gloves Champion in the 15-year-old 132-pound class. We'd like to present that to you. And so you had quite an experience. Well, first, let's do, give me that, show them your belt. The thing's heavy, too. Look at that, baby. Very nice. Well, the experience and what's your aspirations going forward, Dan?
Sorry, I'm a little sick, but...
Oh, you can do whatever you want.
Well, my experience for this tournament, it was one of the best. Like, this is my second time going,
yeah.
And it's my first time winning, but it was
You had a lot of fights.
Yeah, a lot of fights. It was a lot of. I worked my way up there. Hard work and dedication. I want to thank my parents for the support because without them it couldn't be possible. And I also want to thank my coaches for believing in me and pushing me extra when I'm a little lazy. And always believing in me.
All teenagers get lazy.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
And I also want to thank the foundation for everything they've done for me and also believe in me because without them this wouldn't be possible. Just thank you guys.
That's very nice. Very nice comments. Ray, you only get one of these guys every so often, right?
Yes, we do. We put in a lot of hard work, and Daniel's one of our special individuals at the gym. Just knowing him, the big heart that he has, they don't come too often. Even when we were up there competing, and Abraham and I were telling him, you got to push, you got to hit. He goes, I feel bad if I hit him. I don't. I beat him last year, and I don't want to beat him again. I feel bad. And I said, don't feel bad. I mean, you want the bout. This is your goal. Let's go take it to him. But Daniel is one of our members over at the boxing club that we're very, very proud of him, and we're looking for good things for him, not just in boxing, but just being a all-around citizen. I mean, it's like he's one of a million, diamond in the rough. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, we're
So
proud.
we're just proud of him.
Do his parents speak English?
No.
No saben English? Why don't you ask them what they think about their son?
Excuse me. ¿Qué es lo que piensa tu hijo Daniel Cruz?
No, pues que estoy bien contento con lo que hizo allá. Yo siempre lo he apoyado mucho porque a él le gusta y ahora se miró lo que él ha hecho durante 8 años de práctica. Le salió bien pues a donde fue.
He said he's very proud of his son, that throughout the 8 years that he's seen him train over here in the City of Chino, that he put all to practice, and it proved that, hard work, and he won the bout, and that as parents, they're very, very proud of him.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Ya se lo merecía porque ya por 3 años andaba buscando ese premio y lo consiguió.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He said that he's been trying to achieve this goal for the past 3 years, and he finally did it, so they're very proud of him, and Daniel's proud of achieving one of his goals too. Gracias.
Gracias.
Yeah, thank you very much. Also, the boxing board is here in full attendance, just about full attendance. They're here to cheer on Mr. Cruz. So we appreciate your support for this young man, and good luck in the future. Let's have a big round. Ready? Thanks. Good job. Next on the agenda is public communications. This is time and the place for the general public to address the City Council on subjects that do not appear elsewhere on the agenda. Due to the Council policy and the Brown Act requirements, no action can be taken on any item that is not agendized. You are reminded you have 5 minutes for your presentation. First request is from the Reverend Paul Cho of Chino Valley Chinese Seventh-day Adventist Church. I would like to invite anyone who he's going to do our invocation, and we'd like anybody who would like to participate to please join and rise.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the privilege to be called your sons and daughter. It is a great honor to be part of this great city, Chino, as a family. As we are gathered here tonight, thank you for all the blessings you have given us. Thank you for the mercy, peace, and joy in our life. As we are continuing to have meeting tonight, may you, Holy Spirit, continue to bless this party, especially our leadership in this city. Thank you for everything you have done for us. May your name be glorified. We pray in Jesus' holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Have a seat, folks. Thank you, Pastor. I have several requests to speak this evening. First, we'd like to invite up Chad Snitzker. He works for our new county supervisor, Kurt Hagman. He'd like to introduce himself. Chad, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. I'm Chad Schnitker. I am a representative for the new supervisor, Kurt Hagman. He apologized for not being able to make it today. We're just here to offer, our support for both the city and our shared constituents, because we're up at the county level. I'll be sticking around after the meeting and hand out some business cards. If you have any questions or concerns, I'm just here to give you a face for the county, and probably next time I come, Kurt will be with me.
Very good. Thank you, Chad. Nice to have you aboard. Next, Justin Iomi. Where's Justin? State your name for the record, please.
It's Justin Guillaume.
Guillaume,
It's one of those French names.
Yeah.
That's why I was telling them earlier. It's like, why?
I like your
You know?
pastries. I love your pastries.
I know, right? We won't get into that. Gosh, I'm already hungry. Anyway, I just wanted to come up here and just publicly let everyone know how lucky we are and how much my fiance, she's from Michigan, how much we appreciate our local law enforcement. Now, I want to say that back in '99 when I first saw Chino PD, I was really impressed by the way they handled themselves, and to this day, we see integrity, which sadly enough is becoming rare. Everywhere we see through the country, integrity behind law enforcement is being lost. But here, with our local, I'm nervous right now. I'm so sorry. I realize I'm shaking right now and I'm sweating like crazy. Anyway, and the thing is streaming live too. Oh, great. No pressure. Whew. Anyway, but back to the point. To this day, we still see integrity with our local law enforcement. We see this not just when they're in uniform, but when they're out of uniform too. We see it in their actions in public. We see it when they drive. We see it at this really awesome Mexican food place. I can't remember the name of it. Portales. Oh my gosh. They have Taco Tuesdays now, by the way. I'm looking forward to that. I haven't tasted it yet. A little bit of ADD, I'm sure you've noticed that there. But we noticed the way that they treat people, and it's so respectful. Now, I'm not going to mention the video, but I'm sure you remember someone called the police department to kind of intimidate some protesters. And within that video, we saw how respectful they handled the situation. They did not go in there and try and intimidate anyone, try and push anyone out, nothing. And I just wanted to just come out here and just at least say thank you. And to Comstock, oh my gosh, that's fantastic. When I found out that she became the chief of police, because you don't think we notice. We notice. We notice the integrity and what you put in through. You put your lives out there every day, and we appreciate that. And thank you. No, thank you. 2 minutes and 40 something seconds. Okay. Anyway, so gosh, let me just make some quick points here. I wanted to say here by noticing them. We see it by the way they handle themselves. Oh, that's one thing too. Now I've been in other areas, other counties, such as I'll put them on blast. Bakersfield. I've been out there and I've seen the way a corrupt department and a corrupt government treats the people. And it's very scary. And even though I never took this law enforcement here for granted, when you lose that for a while and you don't see integrity behind the department, boy, you miss it. Sorry. But you forget what it's like to have someone who's willing to protect you. And your local government, you fear them and what they're doing. And over here, I feel safe again. Sometimes when you drive and there's an officer behind you, we feel fear, right? We're like, oh no, oh gosh, there's a cop behind me. Over here, we feel safe. It's like, oh, there's a cop behind me. Who's this guy? I saw him at Portales enjoying the Taco Tuesdays. I remember him. But they responded the other night to a local area where I live in the an apartment complex. At about 2 a.m., there was yelling, and there was someone who was irate, probably on drugs, who knows. But by the way they handled themselves, that's when my fiance from Michigan, she noticed just how well they handled themselves. And she mentioned that to me, and that's when I told her I must come out here and at least publicly let them know how much we appreciate them, we respect them. And, you know, a lot of officers, I've heard of officers before in the past, they've wanted to move to the department because they thought the department was great. It's not like that. These officers are, they make it seem like the department make the officer great. Those officers make the department great. And boy, it is just great to be here in Chino and to have a department that has integrity and is respectful. And their hearts, their actions prove that they want to serve the people and protect the people. And for all of you up here too, you know, the only thing we see is these recordings, the archives on the internet, the things you do. Just thank you for everything you've done, because this city wouldn't be so great without you guys and without the great protection. So that's really all I had to say. Yeah, I feel better about that now. Whew, I made it through. Oh, time's up too.
Well, Justin, we really do appreciate your comments. It's rare we either police or we get compliments, and when we get something like that, we really truly appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much,
I
Justin.
appreciate it.
Okay, next, Tanner Bradley. He's from Boy Scout Troop 201. He's got a presentation of a tree for Community Gardens Eagle Project. Tanner?
Good evening, Mayor Yates, council members. My name is Tanner Bradley, and I'm from Troop 201. I would like to thank the City of Chino for allowing and trusting a 12-year-old to do an Eagle project for the city. It took me 2 years to complete this project. My project was to build and raise 2 garden beds and build a shed in the community gardens. I would like to present the city with an avocado tree to plant in the new gardens once built on Riverside Drive. May I please have Miss Linda Wright come up?
She's here somewhere. There she is.
I think I got yet.
Linda is our Director of Community Services here in the city.
I would like to thank Linda Wright for the time and patience in working and guiding me on my Eagle project. I would like to reward and present you with the BSA mentor pin.
Oh, that's nice. Those are hard to come by.
Thank you for all you've done for me and my project.
Very nice. Very nice, Tanner. Thank you very much.
Where do you want the tree?
No, you can put it back against the wall there. The staff will get it. You'll put it down there in the corner. It'll be okay. Well, for those of you who may not know, we got a huge grant to build another community garden on Riverside and what's the cross street? Ross and Riverside, between the new fire station and the old timers building there. So it's going to be a nice little park with another community garden. So that's what he's referring to.
Bodas, he'll get that tree planted.
Yeah, no, he will. Bodas will, yeah. It'll be planted tonight. Okay, the next is Christy Bradley. Oh, Linda Reich, you better come back up again. Yep, really. This is Linda Reich night.
Well, I'm here on behalf of BSA, and I am the Chino Committee at Large representative, and we would like to present you with this certificate. And it says, for your dedication and support to Boy Scouts of America for the Boy Scout Eagle Project Program.
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for all you do for all the boys. I mean, I don't think a lot of people know what you do, but she guides them through their projects. She helps find a project for the boys, and it takes a really patient person to work with young boys.
Are you talking about Linda?
Yes.
Oh, Linda's very good at what she does. In fact, she's studying for her PhD. Right, Linda? Dr. Reich. It's got a kind of ring to it, doesn't it? Next, there's no name here. It's with the Boy Scout Troop 201 again, concerning the Civil War reenactment coming up in April. Who's going to be speaking to that? Okay, give us your name for the record.
Hello, everyone. My name is Giovanni Stout. I am the senior patrol leader of Troop 201, and I'm just here to announce the upcoming of the Civil War reenactment. It'll be at Prado Park this April 11th and 12th. It'll be 2 days. It's just a really, really neat thing where we just basically reenact the Civil War. Here tonight I have my great Scoutmaster, Mr. Lee, but the real guy that will give you some great information about the Civil War is Gary.
You know,
Gary, state your name for the record.
I am Gary Bradella. You should know me. Mayor, 12 years.
I know you, but the tape recorder doesn't.
Just wanted to say one thing to you, Mayor, city council members, city staff, Chief of Fire, Chief of Police. Congratulations on your new position, by the way, Chief Comstock. There are 36 boys running around town here, Eagle Scouts, that have received college funding from this event. Without your help and the city's help in supporting that cause, those boys would have had to have gone some other means to be able to get that funding for their education. So thank you so much.
Our pleasure. Thank you, Gary.
Also, too, I wanted to thank the Chino Kiwanis Club, the Chino Rotary Club, Rancho del Chino Rotary Club, the Chino Police Officers Association, Lennar Homes, Lewis Homes, and all the other individuals and entities that have supported this event through the years. Thank you to everybody. With regards to the event and Troop 201, you got to give these guys a round of applause again, just because they're good. Last year was their first event, taking over as host for this huge event. By the way, Prado Park is the largest regional park in the state, 2,200 acres. They cover the whole thing with the troop that they have. Last year, they put a food booth together as well. That food booth surpassed all of the other vendors that were participating. These vendors were commercial vendors. They were regulars, veterans of the commercial industry selling food. Troop 201 did a heck of a job. I'll just say that. Did a tremendous job. They were the only ones that the county inspector said, these guys are great, no problem here. But everybody else was suffering. So that was a fantastic thing. This year they're coming back as veterans, and they're going to do another great job as hosts for the event. With regards to the event, anybody that's interested, and I hope you are, it's sccwa.com. You can look that up on the internet. We have some interesting and new activities this year. There's going to be a kid battle on Saturday like we've had in the last few years, but also we're going to add a new one, a kid battle on Sunday too. So if the kids want to get out there and let out a little frustration either day, they can. There's 75 campsites available, but I think they're all filled up, but they are taking reservations for dry camping, I guess, which means it's no hookups, but you can pull in if you'd like. There's boating, there's fishing, there's camping, there's bicycling, there's everything out at that park. But we're going to be doing 2 Civil War reenactments a day. On Saturday, we have one at 1 and 4, Sunday at 11 and 3. The kids' battles are at 3 o'clock on Saturday and 2 o'clock on Sunday. Come on out and watch the battles. Get involved in some scouting activities. By the way, we have a regional scout campout, which is becoming the largest in the Inland Empire at this point, which is quite a good thing. Eat some good food. We have all the local vendors there, kettle corn, funnel cakes. I'm sure, Mary, you like all that stuff. I know you do. But come on out and enjoy yourself for the day or the weekend if you'd like. Thank you,
Gary. We appreciate it.
Any questions?
Yeah, Colonel Ferdella, are you going to be in uniform and on your horse in the battle this year? Huh?
He's got a bad back.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
I would love to, but as you know, it's a big event. A lot of people trying to run the scout camp out as well at the same time. No excuse, right?
No excuse.
No
You got other people to take.
Let me see what I
in
can
the battle
do.
like you used to.
I will try.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
won't tell the audience, but I know who won the war.
I do have something else. This year, we always try to put an additional wrinkle in the event. This year, we're actually honoring California in the Civil War, which means is everything that happened in California in the mid-1800s is going to be displayed at the event. We have a couple of units that actually portray California volunteers. We have the curator of the Drum Barracks Military Museum in Wilmington that's going to be out. We're going to honor her. And we're going to be honoring the veterans. We're going to give them a special discount to be able to come into the park and participate at the event. So, beware of that. It's just going to be another good one. 12 years, and we're shooting for
Unbelievable.
more.
I remember when we met 12 years ago.
That's right. How tall was it?
Yeah, Gary came to my office and go, we want to do a Civil War enactment at Yellow Park. I went, Yellow Park? I don't think so. Because that thing runs from day to night, 7 days a week. And so at the time, Fred Aguiar was the county supervisor. And so I called Fred and said, hey, this guy's in here and can he use Prado? Gary said, send him down.
Woohoo!
I mean, Fred Aguiar said, send him down. That's how it got started. Fred got it all arranged. So,
Yep.
yeah, good job.
One last thing, Mayor, I'd like to do is, Chad?
Yes.
Can you, on behalf of the Southern California Civil War Association and myself, shake Kurt's hand and say thank you, Supervisor Hagman, for helping us. We just finalized our contract today.
Wow.
It's been tough. Everybody's having some economic issues.
Nothing's easy,
So,
Gary.
yeah. So we made it, so we're doing it again.
Good.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Gary. That's all the written requests I have to speak. Anybody else in the audience wish to address the council on an item that is not on the agenda? Okay, now we're going to slide into Don Lugo. There's students here from Don Lugo on a class assignment, and what we do here, guys and gals, is we'd like you to line up at the podium and give us your name, your class, and your instructor's name. So go ahead and start lining up. This is a way to prove to your teacher that you were actually here, because this council meeting runs twice a day for 2 weeks. So, well, you can come up on your own. I got police officers over here if you don't want to do it the easy way. So come on up.
Hello, I'm Madison Thone. I go to Don Lugo. And I'm here for Ms. Carpentier's 4th period government class.
Welcome.
Good job. Hi, I'm Dominique Dickey. I also go to Don Lugo. And I am also in Ms. Carpentier's 4th period government class.
Oh, welcome.
Hello, my name is Austin Hernandez, and I also go to Don Lugo. I'm in Mr. High Street's government economic class.
Economic.
Sorry.
Hi, my name is Katie Dalton, and I'm also from Don Lugo in Ms. Carpentier's 4th period government class.
Good to have you.
I'm Jason Alvarado, and I am in Ms. Carpentier's 4th period government class.
Welcome. Are you all seniors?
Yeah, we're seniors.
Hoorah.
I'm Eva Burdette, and I am in Mr. High Street's economic class in 5th period.
Thanks for being here.
Hi, I'm Joel Calderon, and I am from Mr. High Street's economic class.
Welcome.
Hello, I'm Janelle Brown, and I'm in Ragzel's economics class.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Brenda Guzman, and I'm in Mr. Saday's government class.
Glad to have you.
Hello, my name is Jack Nguyen, and I'm in Mr. Saday's economics class.
Welcome.
Hello, I am Alexander. What? Oh, sorry.
This is the way you did it. Hello.
Sorry.
That's right.
I'm Alexander Martinez, and I'm Miss Carpentier's government class.
Welcome.
I'm Araceli, and I'm in Mr. Saday's government class.
Thanks for being here.
My name is Eric, and I'm in Mr. Saday's government class.
Welcome.
Hi, good evening. I'm Brian Rincon, and I'm from Mr. Saday's government class.
Well, thanks y'all for being here today. We don't have a lot of government business today. It was all ceremonial, but I think we only have one real item on the agenda, but hopefully you'll pick something up from it. Seeing no other requests, we'll close public communications. Next on the agenda is the consent calendar. Anybody wishing to pull a line for discussion may do so now. Seeing none, we have a motion by Councilmember Howe, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Ulloa. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Under new business, purchase and sale agreement for 5489 Schaefer Avenue. Our staff report this evening is by our Director of Community Development, Mr. Nick Ligore.
Thank you, Mayor and council members. In 2007, the city purchased the property at 5489 Schaefer Avenue for approximately $1.9 million. The property was intended to be used for a new police department headquarters. Subsequently, the city moved ahead with plans to construct the facility at another location, which became available. So in May of last year, the City Council declared the property as surplus and directed staff to market and sell the property. The appraised value at that time was a little over $2 million, or $13.84 per square foot. After conducting all the necessary notices and requirements, staff conducted a sealed bid process to sell the property. Staff received one bid from Newcastle Partners Incorporated of Corona, California, in the amount of $2,820,000, which amounts to over $18 per square foot. This is a fair price for the property and consistent with market rates for industrial property of this size in the Chino area. So staff recommends that the council approve the purchase and sale agreement between the City of Chino and Newcastle Partners in the amount of $2,820,000 and authorize the city manager to execute all documents on behalf of the city. And that concludes my report.
I'll open this up for public input. Anybody wish to discuss this item? Seeing none, I'll close public comment. Councilman Howie?
Yeah, I got a quick comment. Well, it looks like we bought low and we're selling high.
Yahoo!
So that's a good thing. I'm glad to see that we've had this property for a number of years and we're getting more than we paid for it. So that's always a good thing when we make a profit and we can use that money back in the city. So good. Congratulations on that.
Any other comments? We have a motion by Councilman Duncan, seconded by Councilmember Elrod. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Now, under mayor and council reports, first I'd like to invite everyone to come out to the Chino Police Department at 5450 Walnut Avenue on February 26th at 3:30 p.m. for Captain Matt Jones' Walk of Honor. Effective March 1st, Captain Jones will be retiring from the Chino Police Department. He only stayed 29 years. It saw him work and oversee a variety of assignments, including patrol, narcotics, gangs, problem-oriented policing, and the Chino PD Impact Team. In 2011, Captain Jones was promoted to his current position, and since that time, he has successfully fulfilled his role as Operation Division Commander. So make sure you come out and say thank you to Captain Matt Jones for the years of dedication and service he has given to our Chino community. Secondly, I'd like to give everyone an early reminder to attend the annual Dairy 5K and Run on Saturday, March 7th at Ruben S. Ayala Park. The event begins at 8 a.m. Those interested can register at racewire.com or call the Chino Youth Museum at 909-334-3270. Finally, we'll be closing this council meeting in memory of two ladies. The first was Helen Chalupnik, born on June 4th, 1925, moved to Chino with her family at a young age, where they ran one of the first dairy farms in Chino. Helen would eventually grow up, obtain her entire education through Chino schools, and live in Chino for many years. After graduating from Chino High School in 1943, Helen decided to dedicate her life to public service as she began her 40-plus year career with the City of Chino's Water Department. Helen loved Chino and loved to reminisce about the days working on her family's dairy farm and what life was like in the early days of Chino. She will be remembered for her generous spirit and great sense of humor. She leaves behind 2 sisters and many nieces, nephews, and grandnieces and nephews. Secondly, Annie Aguiar. This is Fred Aguir's mother. Was born March 9th, 1926, and was one of 11 children. And at an early age, she learned how to milk cows and maintain a dairy farm. In learning these skills, Annie eventually became an owner-partner of an A&C Dairy No. 1, A&C Feed and Grain, and A&C Dairy No. 2 in 1955, making her Chino's first dairy woman. For the next 21 years, Annie diligently worked on her farms to ensure the finest products was being produced. In 1977, after selling her farm for the construction of the 60 freeway, Annie received the Dairy Belle of the Year award from the LA Chamber of Commerce. After finishing her career as dairy woman, Annie worked at the Chino Unified School District, where she maintained student records and helped in mentoring troubled youth through a program called Tough Love Group for Chino. Annie is survived by her sister, 4 children, 7 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. So both Helen and Annie will be sorely missed. And so we will close in their memory. In fact, Miss Aguir's funeral is scheduled for Friday at St. Margaret's Mary at 10 a.m. And so we'll all probably be attending that for sure. Next, Mayor Pro Tem Ulloa.
I attended the Russ Miller 5K run on the 7th, and I think it was the biggest it's ever been. There was over 1,000 runners there.
1111. 1111.
But it was incredible, the people that were there and the participation, and of course it's always nice to see that Russ is remembered. He was a really, really good guy. The gentleman this evening spoke about how good the police department is. Well, Russ was a perfect example of very, very good policing. He truly was a gentleman. The nice thing about Russ was that he brought other real-life experiences to the PD because he had other careers before he became an officer. He was an older officer, but what a nice man, really great man. Of course, he was a member of the posse, too.
Yeah, he was. Posse.
Made him really a good officer.
Yeah.
Anyway, that turned out really, really nice.
Unfortunately, he was killed by a drunk driver while he was on duty. Ain't that something?
Yeah. Yeah, and the memorial is there on Schaefer Avenue.
Yeah, the plaque on the road there, yeah.
And a flag.
Then his statue, along with his daughters, in front of the new Chino Police Department, front entrance there.
Really nice. He's, and they still, I think, display the saddle.
Yeah.
He just was a really good guy. Anyway, that turned out very, very nice. And that's all I have to report this evening, except that it was very sad hearing about Annie.
Yeah.
She was really a very, very wonderful woman. She and her sisters used to make cookies for all of Fred Aguir's fundraisers,
yeah.
And they were called Annie and the Ants. So Annie and the Ants always used to make homemade cookies, and I think that was one of the key reasons why Carolyn Owens was able to get so many volunteers for Fred, because they all wanted Annie and the Ants cookies. But she is going to be missed. She was a really wonderful woman. That's all.
Well, she raised a very successful son,
Yes,
Fred Aguir. He was a councilman, the mayor here. He was a county supervisor. He was a member of the assembly. Then he was a secretary under Schwarzenegger. And in Schwarzenegger's second term, he was Schwarzenegger's senior advisor. And so he
can never keep a job.
I know, he couldn't keep a job. That's what I tell him all the time, is you can't keep a job. But he has his own consulting firm now. He resides in Paso Robles, but he'll be down here, obviously, for his mom's funeral. So these ladies will be missed. Councilmember Elrod.
Yes, Mayor. On the 4th, I attended the budget workshop for IUA. That'll be coming before us probably about 2 to 3 months, which they've added a few things that haven't been on the new fee they want to put in and stuff like that. So we got to get Jim Hill to really go through it with a fine-tooth comb and see what's going on there. Then the next night, I went to the policy meeting, and we had that. It was about an hour and a half. It was a good meeting. But we've got some things coming up that are going to affect everybody in Chino financially, especially the water. And so we got to keep an eye on that. And then on the 11th, I went to the PD for their pinning. and that was a great event. Chief did a great job, and that concludes my report.
Thank you. Councilmember Howie.
Thanks, Mayor. On the 4th, I attended the police department's swearing in of new officers. Always good to see them getting their badges pinned on them, and it's just really a nice event. That was on the 4th. On the 7th, I attended the Russ Miller also, and I've been to, obviously many of those, but the weather was just perfect. Some years it gets a little misty or it gets really bone cold and rain we've had, but that Saturday the weather was just perfect, and 1,100 people had a great time, and it's just great to see that.
That same kid keeps winning that thing.
Yeah, well, you got more. Yeah, it's 15 minutes. It runs 3 miles.
Jeez.
15 minutes. It seems like they start the race. All these people go by. You talk for a couple of minutes. Turn around. Here he comes.
Here he comes.
3 miles later. But it's a great event, and it's interesting that it continues to grow in numbers. You think after years, maybe interest would wane a little bit, and it would kind of numbers would go down. But that event is just growing. So that's really a great testament to the police department. They work hard at it, do a good job, and it's a really good event. And then on the 9th, I attended the Community Center Corporation's meeting, and they've got their big dinner coming up here in a couple of months. I'll mention it. It's a murder mystery fun night going to be at Los Serranos, and I can't remember the date. I think we got too many things going on, but I'll let you know. I think it's in the end of April, and that's it. And hope everybody had a great President's Day weekend. I had a good time. Hope everybody else did too. That concludes my comments.
Thank you, Councilman Duncan.
Yeah, I heard Tom did it for the murder mystery. Yeah.
Tom did it? You did it, Tom?
They thought it was the butler, but it turned out it was Tom.
The lead pipe in the library.
Yeah.
Or however that worked. How does that work? I don't know. I can't remember that game.
So on February 12th or 10th, I attended a subcommittee meeting of the Chaffey College Foundation. I'm now on the bylaws committee. I was volunteered by Reef, the former warden of the prison, who's on our board. Then on the 12th, I chaired a meeting of the board of the Water Facilities Authority. We're dealing with some personnel issues, and we hired a company to come in and do some team building. And then last council meeting, I announced that we were hosting the Chaffey College board meeting and dinner on April the 2nd. Well, apparently, we went back and we found that a staff person from Rancho Cucamonga didn't quite know the difference between Chino and Chino Hills. So
we get that a lot.
Yeah, he booked the McCoy Equestrian Center.
I heard about that. Did it ruffle your feathers or what?
Yeah.
Just a little tad. I spent the weekend with conversations with the league employee and Sam, the president of the league division. I gave him till tonight's council meeting, and today at 4 o'clock I got a call from the league saying that they saw the error of their ways, and we are back on April the 2nd for our League of California Cities dinner meeting at the Chaffey College Community Building. So that's the end of my report.
Thank you. City Manager, anything to report?
Yes, Mayor. I just wanted to take this opportunity to recognize Donna DeBee. She, as you're aware, she announced she'll be retiring March 1st. Donna, on behalf of administration and the entire city, thank you for your service, and we're going to miss you. But she's promised that she'll come back to a meeting in March in which the council will
we'll formally recognize her service then.
But thank you, Donna.
City Attorney, Mr. Gutierrez.
I have no report.
Chief Comstock.
Good evening, Mayor Yates and members of the City Council. I wanted to touch briefly just on one quick thing again involving scams and the police department. This past week, Councilmember Elrod provided me with a flyer from a mortgage company soliciting money from a personal friend that he knew. And what happened is that this mortgage company was asking for company from him. And the takeaway is simply this. If you never have to pay money to get money. And if it seems too good to be true, it is. And if somebody sends you a letter saying that you've won something or that you've inherited something and you have no idea or have never heard from these people before, it's simply not true. This past week we had a a local resident, exited business at Central Avenue and Philadelphia Street, where she was approached by some suspects who were showing her some false gems. And what they had convinced her of quite quickly was that these were precious gems, and they had a value of, he was estimating of about $5,000. He was willing to sell these gems to this person for just a value of $1,000. She agreed to it and unfortunately fell victim again to another ruse. Please, these suspects are convincing, they're persistent, and if you listen to them, they'll have you thinking in ways that are irrational quite quickly. Again, the takeaway is you never have to pay money to get money. If you receive a letter in the mail, although in Councilman Elrod's case, it happened to be a righteous company, please be wary of it, and don't let your family members or loved ones fall victim to this type of fraud. And of course, you can always call the Chino Police Department and have us come out, and we'll investigate the matter further for you if you need us to. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Chief. Fire Chief Shackelford.
Nothing to report.
Thank you, sir. Well, folks, we will stand adjourned. The next regular meeting of the City Council will be held on Tuesday, March 3rd, 2015 at 7 p.m. Closed session at 6 p.m. if necessary. We stand adjourned. Have a safe evening.
All right.